It's another Monday morning with me, Sheeba, and my lockdown mantras. It's unbelievable when I look back and think that this is my 11th edition. I really don't know which is more unbelievable, that I could reach this milestone or that we are still in the dark as to when this pandemic will end. June is the month that school starts. So naturally, I had to step out from the comfort of my home into the outside world to get my books and stuff from school. The first sigh I gave out while getting out of the house was not when I was checking whether I had taken my purse, phone, or watch, but whether I had taken my mask. The only time I had ever seen a person wearing a mask up close was when I had a minor surgery or visited our friendly dentist. On these occasions, masks didn't even seem to bother me because it was a part of their attire and their reassuring smile reflected in their eyes. Now here I am going out to the world wearing a mask but looking like some fake doctor. But between the coronavirus and me, this is my only shield right now in public places. As I walked on the road to school, I was watching everyone from my veiled face. Personally, I felt like a bandit who didn't want to be caught. I was trying to shy away from the crowd who seemed to look like potential carriers. At the same time, people were hurrying about as usual. The only difference was the masquerade. People were wearing surgical masks, colorful masks, and anything that seemed mask-like. It almost looked like I had sleepwalked into some strange dream. I am a person who believes that our eyes are the windows to our souls and minds. But for once, this bombardment of shifty eyes and masks really made me think we are all part of a gang of thieves that Ali Baba had suddenly recruited. The true masked crusaders were working overtime while a whole lot of others on the streets were throwing caution to the wind and roaming like Corona had just thrown a party for them. I was also amazed at the traffic. In the past 3 months, all I heard was my noise inside my home and the silence of the road. But with June came the noise of the road and the silence within our homes as children muted themselves to learn online. I'm sure most of the teaching community shuddered at the thought of teaching in this whole new world. But for the sake of our students, we took the plunge. Training was enlightening, fun, and exciting. Soon it was time for the real thing. So while we sat in our homes, glued to our screens, ready to take our first class, our hearts were beating at the speed of light. It was strange to see our children's faces peeking through tiny cubby holes, adjusting their headsets and moving their mouths. One look at their happy, eager faces was enough to put our fears to rest. While we are sure of being constantly monitored and gauged by parents, our perks still remain the same. It is simply getting the immense satisfaction of knowing that our children have scaled a new height each day. Time slowly dragged at snail's pace, and we have reached mid-June. Lockdown 1 was heralded with a clang and a bang. The noise definitely didn't scare the virus, but made the people frightened and running for cover within their homes. Lockdown 2 was preceded by the lighting of lamps. The light definitely didn't show the virus the way down to the underworld, but warned humans of its intensity. Lockdown 3 saw more heartbroken people stranded, hungry, and without hope, as inter-district and interstate travel restrictions were slightly relaxed. The virus now took a stealthy piggyback ride across the country. Lockdown 4 saw the opening of offices, borders, stations, and airports. By now, those who had actually chanted, "Go Corona," realized that they had wished happy journey to the virus as it spread across the country. Now at lockdown 5 and probably moving on to the sixth level, people seem to have forgotten the steps to trap and decimate the microbe. So while the numbers were low and fear was high in March, the reverse happened by June. It's a real strange and sad turn of events. Let's remember the anxiety and anguish of families who have lost a loved one in this time and be careful for ourselves, our family, our community, our state, and our country. Have a safe week ahead.